Oh, what does Doraemon have in his little pocket of tricks to help us with our situation today? About a month ago I went to the Philippines, and on the way there and then back to the United States, we had a layover in Japan. We got to stop over at the Narita airport, and when we got there was a whole abundance of stores that made it look like some sort of tiny Akihabara. They had a lot of different stores dealing with a bunch of different things relating to Japanese culture. They had some respective stores for food and snacks, and then some others for toys. It was within the stores that were selling toys that I found this. A Kendama. Now, it might not be the best quality because I know that they sell competitive Kendama online, but it's still very nice. I'd always wanted to own one, and I thought it would be a good idea for a video to see how well I can do when it comes to learning about the Kendama. Am I able to master this thing within a week? The original point of this video was to see how well I can do after following along with my progress within the span of 7 days, but then I found something coincidental as well. The week I decided to film this video, I saw that it correlated with me having to go back to my old university, Roanoke College, for its annual alumni weekend. And then I remembered one of my friends, Joe, has a Kendama. And so then I thought, would it be a good idea to go up against Joe at the very end to compete to see who's better at Kendama? This is like reverse Karate Kid, because Joe is better than me at Kendama, and he's white. And I'm Asian. So who will emerge victorious, and what are the conditions if somebody wins or loses? I guess you're gonna have to find out at the end of this video. Training week starts right now, immediately. What is that? Day 1 went pretty well, I think. One thing I forgot to mention before we started this video is that I'm going off of the Kendama USA website. They have a section dedicated to Kendama tricks, and they split it up between beginner, intermediate, and advanced techniques. For this video, I'm focusing solely on the beginner stages, because if I were to go through the intermediate and advanced, I would have gone insane. The tricks I'm looking at specifically are between 2 and 16, and we might skip some of these for some whatever reason. Okay, this is day 1 of learning the Kendama, since I did it in the airport. The first trick is the Moshikame, which they said had to do with it where the Kendama is like this, and you hold it like a pen, which they said is a basic thing that you need to learn. The ball is supposed to pop in here, and every time you want to switch it, you have to bend down. Since I knew that I would be practicing the Kendama for the next few weeks, I thought it would be a good idea to get down the basics of the specific stance that I need to do for the Kendama. From what I've observed, it seems like you need to mutilate the whole body so that you get precision when bouncing the ball. Because if you do it with your hand, it's a little more difficult. What I think I have to do is, when it's down here, drop down and pop it up using your whole body. Okay. Yeah, that specific stance where you have to bend down and use your knees to utilize control over the Kendama is something fundamental that I thought that I needed to get down, or at least just do well enough so that I don't screw up a trick. Oi. Trust. I'm not going to hold out my hand to catch it. Is it like The Dark Knight Rises, where I don't need to hold on and have a safety by having the rope around me? If I was Batman, I definitely would have fallen. Yeah, the training wasn't, No! The training was... Yeah, it took a while for me to get down. I made it a goal of mine to see if I could land a trick 3 times, so that I can better ensure that I can actually do a trick. From what they said, the Moshikame is a fundamental trick in Kendama. So making sure I get the basics and knowing exactly what to do there is crucial for learning the other tricks. It took a while. It was something, but eventually. Ooh. I did it! But remember what I said before, we have to get the trick thrice. Oh. The tap back was a funny little one. Okay, the second one is called the tap back. You have it stationary like this. Or I guess I'll do it like this. Stationary like this. And then you pop it up and you tap it a little bit and then it lands back into here. So let's try that. Whoa, okay. Took me a while to get that one too. It was during this training that I saw the importance of differentiating between the big and small cups, even though the changes were very subtle. And also, the fact that, God, this thing gets tangled a lot. Ooh. Oh! Oh, I almost got it. I don't want to do that. It's a literal ball of wood. It's gonna hurt. Yeah, sometimes I forget a kendama is pretty much almost like a weapon. It's like a loose cousin of the nunchucks. Yeah, these tricks were a little hard, and I was starting to feel like a little silly Billy. But once I was able to get it again, it was time to move on to the next trick. Okay, the third one is called candlestick, and what you're supposed to do is not bounce up, but swing it in an arc like this and have it land over here while holding the outer peg of the kendama sideways like this. The candlestick trick was actually easy. A bit too easy, actually. So easy, in fact, we have to wonder why they put it as the third trick that they teach you. Okay, the baseball bat. The baseball bat is probably my favorite trick that they taught us. This one looks not fun. You have to catch it in here. You toss it up. Same thing as the tap back, except I think you do it a little harder so that it swings in a clockwise motion. And then you have to land on top of here. You're gonna see in this video that I was starting to become somewhat of a quick learner. Can we try that? Okay. How do they hold it? Tap back. Tap back. It got tangled. Like that one movie, Frozen 2. This trick was definitely the longest to learn that day. No. Baseball bat. No! It's so fun to do. After doing this for about 5 minutes with my camera on the 0.7 lens, making me look like a lanky, swanky little guy. I did it. After learning 4 tricks, I decided that it was a good time to stop there. Oh. What the freak? Excuse me, a bunch of hair just fell out of my head. For Tuesday, I felt that it would be good to go over the first 4 tricks to ensure that I still know them in some way. That isn't going to help at all. Oh! Oh! This is where I started to struggle a little bit. The next trick was the spike. The spike, straightforward, has to go in here. You have to keep it as stationary as possible, then have your body forward like this. It's the darn pointed tip of the kendama that really throws me off. I spent 6 minutes on this. I finally got it, thankfully. Now we move on to the orbit. The orbit, you pop it up, and then you go... Jeez. This is where the notion finally solidified to me that this thing was a weapon. Sometimes I forget that this could be a weapon. This is an actual ball of wood, so I could actually hurt myself if I'm not careful. I think this might have been the trick where I've had the most close calls. I believe this is the trick that separates the secret tummy ticklers from the masters. Here, either the kendama controls you, or you control it. Will you let a few setbacks set you back? Or will you fight through the pain and land that trick? And remember what I said before about how this thing gets tangled? Yeah, it sure does! If the rope gets caught on the kendama in the middle of the trick, you could get hurt. It might be a bit of an irrational fear of mine that when I do tricks like the orbit... Oh, I'm going to smack the ball. Oh, I'm sorry, the tama into my face. It's like the fear of having an acoustic guitar bridge pin that's poorly secured fly off and take out your eye. You see this peg? What do you think will happen if that little thing were to pop off and hit me in the face? I would have lost my eye right now. That little thing would have been gone. This thing. It's gonna happen one day. I mean, no, it's not. No, it's not. Knock on wood. The flying top. So same thing as the spike, and that you pop it in. Okay, I thought I would be more nonchalant about that. Pop it in. Okay. Okay, forget it. Apparently you spin it a little bit, and then when you do, it stays stationary, so that just gives you time to get it, I guess. If it was hard for me to land the spike, so of course it would take longer to land the... Okay. It took a minute. Well, I technically landed the trick, but I didn't pop the ball onto the spike. We're moving on anyway. The airplane. This trick, this is the airplane where you're supposed to get the spike through here. This was the trick that I actually felt would break my kendama. This might actually break my kendama. Now, why would I say that when kendama can usually take the beating from the tama? This might be a little harder because from what they said on their video, the string is through one of the ends of the mallet. But this kendama is built into the wood. It's just pushed through, tied around here so that both ends don't fly off. This might be a little harder. Because the one I own isn't competitively viable. The ones sold by Kendama USA are meant to withstand SAR bomba. Mine can spontaneously combust if you look at it funny. The way my kendama was designed puts it so that the rope is in between the cup body. Sorry, I killed something. The way my kendama was designed puts it so that the rope is in between the cup body instead of the side. Any jank yank from the ball will loosen it. I feel like I'm gonna break the string with how much it bounces back, but durable. That's why you can see me try to often fix or put the cup body back into place. I'm fighting harder than I need to. I'm fighting a losing battle. Is this challenge even going to end well for me? Again, too many close calls with this trick, but I got it. Great, googly moogly. A little bit. I was starting to get the hang of things on Wednesday. Okay, let's see what else we have here. What's another trick I could do? What the heck is the thug shaker? Or so I thought. This is where we start getting into tricks that I may not be able to complete. They were simply too hard. If the beginner section was so hard for me, then what's expected of the intermediate and advanced stages? Diploma? They call this one Around Japan, where you flick it onto here, and then you go onto the bigger cup, and then you flick it up, and then it lands back in. So, jeez, man. Am I even gonna be able to do this? Well, let's try it. With Around Japan, I got to learn ball control, positioning the whole of the ball so that it's facing towards me. Oh! The innuendo writes itself. Oh! Oh! No, I didn't get it. We'll go somewhere else. Oh, hell no. So the next trick is called Around the World, which is just like Around Japan, except you use the base cup. This is like the more aggressive sibling of Around Japan. It's to hold it like this. So. This is the sibling that makes you clean the bathroom floor with your toothbrush, and then makes you use that same toothbrush later. This is pretty much futile. I'm going to waste the same amount of time that I did with Around Japan. Oh! Maybe I should just skip over this one and move on to the... I am never going to be able to do that again. How did I do Around the World first before Japan? What the heck? I'm glad I caught that on camera. Oh my god. I don't think I can do that again for a while. Penguin catch is pretty much where you whip the kendama. Okay, the penguin catch is where you swing it, and then while it's in its motion of swinging, you have it in this position with your elbow up to sort of have it so that you know exactly how to maneuver in this position, and then the ball will land at the bottom of the cup. And just like catching any ball, I have to use my knees to ease it into the pocket. Same thing as before, you could hit yourself in the face. After moving on from all the tricks from the previous day, it was time to move on to... Hey, remember when I said I might not land some tricks? Whoa, okay, so... The next trick is called the lighthouse, where you bring it up and balance it on the ball. How do you balance it on the ball? Whoa! And then push it up to land in here. How are you supposed to do this? I didn't land some tricks. This is too hard. I don't think I'm gonna do the lighthouse. So the zero spin has to do with the ball again, where you just launch it in the air without it moving and then back in. The lighthouse, zero plane, and stunt plane couldn't land it. Also, the zero plane taught me that it's not just the ball that's the weapon. That wasn't a joke, by the way. That really hurt. These things are like nunchucks. Am I getting hit with this or this? Well, you should have checked again. It's neither, and I have a gun! The problem may have been with the way my kendama was designed, as the ball was too slippery. So for the challenge, completely disregarded. I'm not doing them. I don't know if that counts. The only trick that I took from that was the wrap it up B. Wrap it up B. You start here. Ooh. 3, 4. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but I guess I'll try. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 3? Is this a shorter string? Oh, I don't like that. Ow. Since I knew that this would be one of the last days in which I got to get some proper practice in, I thought it was a good opportunity to practice tricks that I didn't get a chance to land. Which is only one. Which is around Japan. And after nailing that penguin catch after... Oh, Regis Philbin. 15 minutes of trying. It was time to tackle around Japan at last. One thing I realized I should have accounted for while doing this trick is how much doing the same thing over and over again can numb your mind. What am I doing? I don't know why I did that. I would flub here and there, but my mind would gradually start to become more blurry. When something becomes routine, it starts to become not fun. You retain none of the information, and you inhibit your ability to learn from new experiences. This had to end. So I admitted defeat and gave up. After 38 minutes. I don't know why I did that to myself. After healing my fragile ego by landing a trick that I like doing, it was time to move on to Friday. The exact same day where I go down to Roanoke. I had one more day to practice. Unfortunately, the drive from New Jersey to Virginia was 6 hours, but that wasn't going to stop me. Even driving there, I practiced kendama, honing my skills every nanosecond I breathed. Oh. I can multitask. Unlike those TikTok videos where there's mobile game footage playing on the side to overstimulate the viewer. While down in Roanoke, my friend Jackie allowed me to stay in his room for the weekend. Even in my exhausted stupor, I pushed on, and practiced in his room as well. After landing every single trick labeled in the back of the Hotel Bible at the Hampton Inn located at 450 Litchell Road, Salem, Virginia, it was time to anxiously wait for the next day. This time was for realsies. Just do a clap. Dog shaker. Anything for an intro? I don't know, I'll just talk over this. We're going to be going through tricks 2 to 13. We're going to skip some of them though. Whoever loses gets run over by a car.
Hopefully not me.
It's going to be me. Oh no, we can go at the same time.
Same time?
Yeah.
Alright.
How many do you want to count going back and forth?
No. Oh, almost had it there.
They said the grip was to hold it like a pen.
I just got it right there.
Dang it. Okay.
Got it again. Third time.
No, you already got it. You already... Okay. Woo! Well.
Man, this Nico guy sucks.
Yeah, after my weeks of practicing hours in front of the camera going like...
Hitting the ceiling. Okay, next trick.
Okay, next trick.
I'll be honest, I don't even think I can do this one. But I'll give it a shot.
Here we go.
Just get it on there first. I feel like I never held it this way, so it's like weird to me.
Oh, I didn't tap it.
There we go.
Okay, well, oh, you got it.
2 times to make it true. Shit. There we go.
Why can't I do it now?
Bro's like, yeah, I've done this before.
Yeah,
I miss it every
before.
At this point.
I'm so trying. There we go.
Next trick.
I already won 2 of them. Okay. Next trick.
Candlestick. I know this one. Oh, okay. I actually did not get that.
Well, you got it.
Alright.
Okay.
Honestly, I think that should have been the first one.
The candlestick trick was actually easy. A bit too easy, actually.
Baseball bat.
Baseball bat.
Cup. Oh. We're just gonna get this tangled.
Okay, I got it, but you got it first, so you...
Mine kind of sucks, so I'll let you have that point.
Okay.
I didn't type it, but just for reference, I did not watch any of these videos when Nico sent them to me. I just kind of agreed to this and then forgot it was happening. Shoot.
It's gonna, every time we do a new trick, you're just gonna push me closer to the wall, and it's gonna be just me doing tricks like this.
Oh man. There we go. The spike. So, it's a reference. Oh, that's embarrassing.
Well, you got it.
You do it the same. A lot of this is just using your body to bring it up, and you just gotta line it up.
Oh.
There you go. Flying top.
What's up, guys? It's TJ
I could go for
and I'm
some,
going to teach you flying top. Once you spike it, place your hand on the side of the ball and spin it while tossing it up at the same time.
Oh.
I think it'll be funny if we just see.
Spin will keep
I already did it. Do it again. Watch this. Spike it while spiking.
I might not get this one.
This? Can't like throw it up too high. Oh shit.
What?
It like did a flip too. That was kind of cool. Did not do what I was expecting it to do. It worked out. I'll do it one more time. Okay.
Okay. Well, my weeks have a, well,
Airplane.
airplane.
Oh, so that's what it's called?
Alright, guys, so when
I
I,
know
do
what
an
this is.
airplane, I either like.
No.
I wouldn't be surprised if you make this one before me.
I'm not doing anything differently from the past few weeks that I've been doing this.
Yeah, let me see that one.
This one is
Just swell up. Oh, your swell is a lot smaller. By the way, to any kids watching this, if you think Kendama can get you girls, it is 100% true. There's a guy here who like wears Heelys and like goes up to you and like comments. And he's just like, would you like to donate swipes to the homeless?
even flow.
On the run. Okay, that's true.
No.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Did we skip orbit?
What up, guys?
We
I'm
did
Turner
skip
Thornburg, and
orbit.
you're-
What is this? Oh, this is easy.
Ow. Oh, we both got it at the exact same time.
Small cup challenge. Use small cup, whoever makes it first now.
Okay.
Done.
Damn.
Easiest trick of my life.
So that just happened.
It's right behind me, isn't
Oh, guys, you're gonna want to see this.
What up,
Oh,
guys?
shit.
I'm
Hold on,
Turner Thornburg,
shake
and you're
it
about
up.
to learn around Japan.
I want to paint this.
Oh, I don't even think I can make this one, because I can't do spikes from cups.
I'm Turner Thorn.
This might just be an epic failure for both of us. Yeah, no. I'm not doing this.
I'm going to be teaching you a trick called Around the World.
I was doing this wrong the whole time. I'll wait for the Kendama police to flood the comments. Be like, you're doing this wrong!
Actually, keep forgetting these things are like weapons.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what did you hit?
My leg. Yeah, this is gonna be my last trick. I get to. Yeah, no, I'm done.
Damn. Okay.
Penguin catch.
Penguin catch.
Easiest trick of my life.
Why was that after Around the World? Ooh, no.
Let me move a little bit more this way.
Shit.
Whoa.
No.
There's someone like walked through here already. Just never noticed.
Just hear a bunch of clang.
Oh!
Oh. I lost score, but I think I have 2 points and you have 7. Well,
Yeah. Will this be the last one?
let's see how many there are.
Say go to 13.
Wrap it up, beat? Yeah, that's it.
Today, I'm going to be teaching you a classic trick called wrap it up beat.
Oh, I got it. But, sorry.
For this trick, you're going to want to be in hand grip. You're going to want to
Doesn't
point
count.
pointing down just slightly. For this trick, the ball is going to come around the serrato, which is
So
as
I
you
wrap it
the
around
string around the
3
cup.
times or 2?
I think,
I wasn't listening to it. I was just looking.
I think 3 times.
Okay.
Oh, God.
This is just dangerous. I said that like the past 2. Damn. I look.
Wow, Kendama was so collective 5 hours, and the almost risking my life here from because I drove and I put the camera on like while I was going 70 miles per hour pretending to practice Kendama.
Average Jersey driver. I'm just gonna look at what the lighthouse is. I'm curious now. Oh, I can't do this one. I have no grip on mine. This is literally impossible for me. Wait, watch.
Yeah, well, I feel like yours is more grippy.
All right. Well, you got 2 or 3. I got 7 or 8.
So at least total 2.
Me 10. Or no, me 8, you 2.
Wow.
Because we skipped 2.
Okay.
You know what that means, Nico?
No.
It's happening. Alright, I'm stopping the recording now. Boop. Come on, Nico. Come on, Nico. Come on, Nico. I'll just hope it won't fall. Where's my signal? All right. Oh.